website? Rejected. Spotify and Netflix clone? Rejected. And to-do app? Forget about it. In today's world, if you are building these outdated projects, forget about even getting a shortlist in your dream company. The world of hiring is changing very, very rapidly. AI is now able to write a lot of clean code, and doing these basic projects no longer cut the bar. Nowadays, care about what you are building and whether it's actually helpful to anyone or not. So they look at the tools, the framework, whether it solves a real problem or not, all these things when you are considering your resume. Recruiters often these days look for projects in the resume that will help you get some real world examples solved, as well as have some difficulty in the project. In fact, according to a survey of 2024, 80% of hiring managers consider the projects that people write in their portfolio as a method of evaluating the competence of that candidate. At AlgoZenith, we have reviewed thousands of resumes, and the projects that stand out has certain key features. For example, they have critical thinking in them. They have certain amount of nuance of difficulty in them. They use current tools, and they have a lot of time required to be spent on them. It's not something that can be just brewed out of a Copilot just by writing a single prompt. I have helped a lot of people build their resumes, and these are the top 6 projects that I feel has helped a lot of students in AZ crack a lot of companies, and I'm sharing this with you so that you can even build this and probably get shortlisted in a lot of companies that you aim to. Also, don't miss the 5th and the 6th project. I think they are absolutely incredible to build in today's time. Let's get started. So let's start with the first project. The first project I recommend you to build is a student buddy or a peer or an assistant that can assist someone on a particular domain. I think many of you are doing DSA, so I'll take an example of DSA. Let's say you want to build a mentor-like Chrome extension that pops up on a site like LeetCode as you're solving, and it helps you like a mentor when you are thinking about a problem, not giving away the solution when you go to the solution tab, you just get the solution. It helps you step by step to give you smaller hints, try to nudge you in the right direction when you require it. A very similar extension we built in one of our hackathons as well in AlgoZenith, and I had posted the video. I'll link that down in the below if you want to get an idea of how to build this, how others build this. The show day video is over there. Right? This is basically built as a Chrome extension, so you need mostly JavaScript, HTML, CSS only to build this, and a little bit of idea of how to call APIs of Gemini to integrate the AI part of it, right? Basic prompt engineering goes into it. It actually demonstrates a lot of problem solving, plus it's a little Gen AI-ish because you're using the LLM's API to craft the response every time. I would rate this project actually an easy project to build in today's time because you will see from the next examples. The second project that I recommend you to build is probably something like a splitwise clone, but not just the front end, not just the back end, but all of it. Okay, so you build a mobile app which basically tracks expenses and splits it among friends. You can add users, you can split among groups and so on. You can use the splitwise to get an idea of what it does, but I think splitwise has become premium and it's fundamentally a crude API, right? Like you are basically saving, retrieving data only. So you should be able to build a free version of this very, very easily and use among your friends. Number one, it can be a real purpose. You can have features like reminders, in-app balances, like you can integrate payment apps to actually load money into your wallet in that and then distribute among friends. You can easily show real users by sharing it in your college or among your friends and making it popular. You can use React, Node.js, MongoDB to build just the MERN stack stuff to build the front end and back end. If you want to move into mobile, you can learn Flutter and build the mobile app. One cool extension to this, if you want to add a little bit of Gen AI flavor, which might be a little hard, is someone goes to a restaurant and they just scan the bill and you get all the items directly into the app and you can customize who pays for what, because sometimes maybe the veg people don't want to pay for the non-veg menu items, right? This shows a lot of scalability ideas into the picture if you want to actually demonstrate them, and I would rate this as easy medium project to be built depending on how complex or how many features you implement. The third project that I actually recommend to build to a lot of my students, and people have actually built it, is a Rubik's Cube solver. Right? A very cool version of this could be you take a mobile, you scan the Rubik's Cube on different faces. Say the Rubik's Cube has been jumbled in certain way, and you take the picture of the 6 faces in a certain order, right? And then the Rubik's Cube app shows you the ways in which you can solve it, like the exact moves, like say down, up, down and something like that, right? Down reverse, right? So this is a very, very interesting project because I feel it has been always correlated that people who can solve Rubik's Cube are smart, and you will also learn how to solve Rubik's Cube in the process. It's a very, very interesting like way or experimentation to do on different graph algorithms on how you can model the like Rubik's Cube, how you can solve it with different algorithms, how can you put in heuristics, how can you make it faster. And it's actually a difficult problem because the number of states that Rubik's Cube has is very, very high, right? So this is a very interesting C++ OOPS like object-oriented design pattern being used in a lot of codes, and you can integrate it with any app if you want, but I think just doing benchmarking on different kind of inputs and showcasing that in a GitHub repo would be super cool to do. This is, I think, one of the best projects for someone who is doing just DSA-CP to build. I think, in fact, in one of my very, very old videos, I've also recommended doing the same. This project I would rate as fairly medium because the oops involved in this is a little bit intimidating at times. It also helps you to sometimes move your interview in the direction of algorithms because the project is on graphs and all. So the next follow-up questions is generally on graphs, and at least I tend to suggest students to get really good at graph if they are writing this project in their resume. The next project that I really recommend a lot of students to build, and we have like a proper course in AZ also for students to learn this, is actually a real-time whiteboard app, right? Not just front-end clone of whiteboard, not just the back-end and all, a proper real-time whiteboard app where two people can draw simultaneously and they will be able to see each other, right? It's a very, very interesting project and fun too. When once you build it, people join the room and play and then draw and play anything. You can also make it like a scribble version if you want, that somebody can draw and everybody else can see and predict the output. If you want to change the variation a little bit, that you have built your own scribble, right? You can understand about Pusher and like other live technologies that might exist for this. The tech that you will be using is sort of Canvas API, like WebSockets, Node.js, whatever backend frontend you want to use for this, right? This project demonstrates that you understand full stack, both front-end, backend coordinating very well, WebSockets very well, as well as some product thinking too. I would rate this project as medium hard because it sometimes takes some time to build both front-end and backend. The next two projects are in fact my favorite because I feel they are hard, Gen AI-ish, and very, very interesting. Vivek, it's hard. Is that why it's your favorite? Probably yes, because only hard things showcases that you have put in time and the interviewer would be impressed immediately. In fifth number, we have AI course builder, right? Say I want to teach someone C++, right? Or let's say pointers in C++. If I just put that prompt, can AI automatically build a 3-4 lesson course where there are videos getting embedded from YouTube which are relevant? There are proper quizzes being created. There are questions that are integrated in that. All these things using AI tools, right? So it's basically prompt to course, right? Here you will learn a lot of different things about scaling Gen AI project, let's say. So you will learn how to like structure things, how to build states very well. You will understand how to like queue prompts very well, failures and all from APIs, hallucinations, how to handle all these things. And it's a very fun project to experiment with AI, Gen AI, prompt engineering, plus a lot of structuring of code such that you can make it better and faster. You can do this if you just know Python. You can just use any like LangChain or like any framework, or you can write these codes on your own too. You don't really need that much of framework to use Gen AI LLMs calls. And I think simple Flask or Django backend should be enough for building this particular project, and you just need to showcase it in a simple UI in front. So any standard template, any React, Shartsian, any template should do the trick. Why does this work? Because this combines AI with a very real use case, right? You can target it for school students or college kids, anything, right? I would rate this project as hard because from my understanding, it seems very easy on the start, but when you start building it, the nuances keep increasing a lot. Next, what I'll suggest you to build is an AI quiz builder. Every educator wants to take quizzes on certain knowledge. So yours would be given a prompt, can I build the real-time quiz for some classroom? and hundreds of people can join it. They can answer in real time, and after the answer phase is done, maybe the live ranking of the leaderboards is shown. There are some prizes in between, maybe whatever you want to build in that, right? There's a scoring system with the project as well. I think a very similar thing has been done by Mentimeter. If you want to search that website, it has a very cool product, and something similar can be built where the educator just puts a prompt and the whole set of quizzes is generated automatically with AI. And it's a very real use case. You can actually build this product and sell it to trainers, educators, online courses, and I think many will buy it. I'll probably buy it if you build a really good one. And it can support thousands of users probably. This is a fairly involved project, so you can choose whatever tech stack you want. Simple MERN stack should be fine, but then you'll have to use WebSockets and all to update things, leaderboards in real time if you want to do that too. It's a really great use of AI as well as real-time tools, so you will get very good benefits if you showcase this in an interview. I think if I had to build one project today, I would pick one of the 5th and 6th. So these are the 6 projects that I recommend that can help you get shortlisted or even get your dream job in 2025. To make it easier, I have pinned down a description below where you have details of all these projects which you can go and explore more about. If you are new to web development and are looking for a roadmap, I created this recent video which you can look through and understand how you can progress and get very good in web development in 90 days. So you can watch this video next. That will be all from my side. If you like this particular video, definitely subscribe to the channel because I'll keep putting more such content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.